In this video we're going to talk about the directional scanner. You can get your scanner up by clicking this button here. It makes it go up and down. I've got mine moved over to the left side of the screen because it's more convenient over there. When you first get your scanner, if you've never scanned with your directional scanner, I think it starts out at 1,000 kilometers, which doesn't help you very much. So you want to just take and fill that box with 9s, and then click scan, and it'll automatically propagate with the maximum scan range, and that equates to about 14 AU. Maybe it's 14.1, something like that. The next thing you need to know about is right here, this little slider. It goes from 5 to 360. Basically, that's degrees. 360 degrees is like a sphere around your ship, if you think of a sphere. And then if you go to 180, think of that as a hemisphere, like half of a sphere, going just to like one side of your ship. Then you can go down to 90 degrees. That's like a cone coming off your ship. So if you click your ship, you get a little box, and that little box can kind of help you aim your cone. So I know that's 90 degrees in that direction, 60, 30, and all the way down to 5. And at 5 degrees, you can almost imagine a straight line going through that little box and onto the target. So in this case, it'd be going to that group of celestials there, belts and gate and planet. Typically when you're scanning, you want to scan first. You want to kind of, what I'll do is I'll start off, I'll go into a system and I'll go 360, see what's there. You know, if I have something on scan, then I'll go to 180, find it on 180, then maybe drop to 90, then all the way down to usually about 30, and then I can probably know where it is. And if it's still not sure, I might go all the way down to 5, but rarely do I go down to 5. Usually the lowest I'll go is 15. It's kind of hard for my mouse to get to 15, but there you go. Another thing is right here, this box, use active overview settings. When you check and uncheck this, this decides whether or not you're using your overview settings here. Like I've got it checked now, so it's using my scan settings. Actually, hold on, I need to change that. There we go, there's my scan settings. I had it on NPC from earlier, but there are my scan settings. My scan, this is my scan overview tab actually that I use when I'm trying to locate a ship, and it contains all the belts, gates, and planets. It looks like somebody's jumping to me. All the belts, gates, and planets of the system. Let's see, he's in a pod. Not that I can kill it, but I'll try to lock it. No luck. Alright, so I use my nav to get around. Let's go try to find something real quick before they put my name all through Intel and run away. See, I have a little bit of damage from some fights last night. Tackled a Tengu with 3 faction ballistic controls and barely survived that tackle. Alright, I came to the system. You see that there's one guy on scan, or one guy in local. Another tip, always have local separate. Don't ever have it in with other chats. You need to have it open at all times. Okay, I see that there's nothing on scan, right? All these belts, they're outside scan range. They're more than 14 AU. So I immediately want to warp to the biggest cluster of belts I see, which happens to be planet 4, that has the most belts around it. So I'm going to warp there now. You can see someone else just came into system there. So I'm running my 360 at all times, keeping an eye out. I see there's nothing in these belts. More's coming on scan. There's nothing there. So not interested. Again, the scan setting on, or the scan tab on my overview, it's player ships, belts, stations, and gates. Basically all the things you'd expect someone to be at. We're going to cover anomalies in a minute, hopefully when I run into somebody in an anomaly. If not, then I'll just give you a basic example of how I would do it if they were in an anomaly. But alright, we're going to move on. We're going to go to the next system here, 1-5. Hopefully find something. Oh, hold on, Ishtar. I'm sure that came through a gate or station. Let's see. Go. Oh, look at that. Vaga Ishtar. I got it at 180. So what this is telling me right now is that they are most likely on the gate that I'm warping to. It looks like they're warping off. Oh, maybe not. Looking. Well, maybe not. I guess they've already warped. I have no idea. Anyway, looks like someone might have already came through here and scared off all the raiders. Alright, I'm going to go into the system, see what we got. Come in, immediately run a 360. Nothing. Look at my scan. See most of the belts around planet 7, and that's 38 AU away. Further than I can actually scan, so I'm going to warp over there. Keep running my 360. I've got 7 pilots and local besides myself. Alright, there we go. Sacrilege, Raven, Dominix. Immediately go to 180. Still got him. 90. Still got him. Oh, there's an arc. That's probably the pause. Okay, lost him at 60. So I turn. Now I'm at 60. 30. You can see some more stuff popping up on scan there, but that's in the direction of the station and a gate. I go to 5 and I got the station, but I lost everybody else. So let's keep looking. 5. I want to go down to 15. Get it there. Alright. Alright, looks like they're all on that belt there. So I'm going to warp to that belt. See, I got a 15. I'm going to go ahead and uncheck and just see what else I get there. Just the belt. Okay, so I found them in the belt. I lined up that belt with my ship, and I didn't have the box selected because I've done it so much that I don't need it anymore. But I keep scanning as I go in, and you see they disappeared. So that tells me they were in that direction, but they were not actually at that belt. So I'm going to keep scanning, looking. They might have been here and warped off. Sacrilege on scan with some belts there, and he's gone again. So at this point, I'm wondering, is he in a safe spot? Usually they're not this hard to scan, to be honest. But sometimes you get some ships that are just seriously difficult to scan. I think I just caught him in warp is what happened there. Yeah, I am 90% sure now that they are at the station. I'm going to warp the station at 100. Here we go. Sacrilege just went off scan. I believe he docked along with the dummy. Yep. Go to nav because it's less cluttered. Landing, and there's our Raven. He's right on station, so I'm not really too interested in him. Let's do this one more time, and this time we're going to scan out an anomaly. Hopefully someone's running an anomaly in F88. But even if they're not, we're going to pretend as if they were, so I can show you basically how I find people in anomalies. Looks like that Raven docked. You see, you can really monitor the system and get a good idea of everything that's going on around you by running your scanner. If you watch some of my videos, I'll be running my directional scan even in systems where I'm completely alone, simply because it's a good habit to have, to know what's around you at all times. Alright, in this system, everything is away from the gate. I'm going to go here to this cluster of belts, planet 7. I'm in warp. Run my scanner. Let's see. Got 9 pilots in the system besides me. 2 Maelstroms, Ishtar, Scimitar. It's interesting. Ooh, and a dummy. Okay. I'm looking. Lost them at 90. Gonna keep looking. Well, that would look like they're on a belt. I really doubt it. Let's see. Bet there's a pause there. Oh, hold on. We might have an anomaly. Alright, I'm gonna try to locate that even closer. Could be a Plex with the Scimitar. We'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and warp to that belt. I don't think they're in the belt, but I'm gonna go ahead and warp to it. I do not see a pause there. But there you go. Overseer Battleship Rex. That is a Plex. You can tell by the type of rat if it's a Plex or an anomaly. I really always get them confused, to be honest. But they're different rats for Plexes and anomalies. Alright, so we're going to pretend that these guys are in a anomaly, just so I can show you basically how I do it. So I'm going to find them on directional. Got them at 90. Okay, got them at 60. Alright, basically I've got them at 60 there. I want to look kind of where I am in space in relation to things. I can say they're probably down and to the left of planet 5 and kind of to the right of planet 8. So right about there, right? Yeah, maybe. Right out there. Down and to the left of planet 5. Alright. I'm trying to see, like, in relation to my ship and to the other celestials in space, where they are. So now I'm come over here. I'm going to run a anomaly scan, and I'm basically going to click that button there and open up the solar system map, and I'm going to look at all the anomalies in space and look and try to find one that's down and to the left of planet 5. So I'm bringing it up. Here I am. I want to try to find planet 5, which it's 8, 6, 3. First I have to find planet 5. That is a challenge, evidently. Maybe I'm sitting right on top of it. That's probably why. Alright, unfortunately I can't zoom in enough. Alright, well, that sucks. Alright, we remember he was to the right of planet 8, so let's find planet 8 real quick. Right there. Okay. And then down and to the left. So what I'd be looking for is an anomaly. It would be like right about in here somewhere. We don't have one. But if let's say I had scanned them as being straight up from me, then I would look and I would see, oh, you know, what anomaly is straight up from me? Oh, this Serpentis Sanctum is straight up. So, you know, basically you can look in relation to your ship and the solar system, and then that way you don't have to go through the anomalies one by one. Or I used to try to like start warp towards them and see if it took me in the right direction, but I found it was a lot faster just to scan them all out and then look at what direction they are. And what their direction they are will tell you basically which one it is on the map. Another trick I can tell you is that let's say that you're probing, or you're looking for these guys that are in this anomaly, and or this plex, and you're going to bring in a probe ship. You're going to probe them out and drop a fleet on them and kill them all. But what you could do is say, I'm at planet 5, and you try to get a range for them. Drop this down, drop it in half. So we know that 1 would be about 7 AU. Okay, they're less than 7 AU. Take those 2 down to 6, and you're at about 3.5 AU. They're within 3.5 AU. Drop that to a 3, and you got like what, 1.7. They're within 1.7 AU. Drop that down to 1, and I don't know, you're at 1 or 2 AU. So you'd say that they're between 1 and 3.7 AU from planet 5. That would allow your prober to come in, and he could set his probes up so that he has the probes pre-formed somewhere else in the system where they can't scan them. And he brings his probes in already set up, and he can probe down these guys much quicker, knowing that they're less than 4 AU from planet 5. But that's about it for directional scanning. There's more tips to it, and the best way to learn directional scanning, without a doubt, is to go into HiSec and just go system by system, do a 360, find a ship on 360, pick that ship out, and then just go and use your directional scanner and find that ship, and then just repeat that over and over. And eventually you'll get so good with the directional scanner, it takes practice. But you know, there's times when I can come into a system and I can use my directional scanner and I can find a ship within, you know, maybe 20 seconds of coming into the system. I'll know exactly which belt the ship's at, or if they're an anomaly, I can usually find them in less than a minute. But the quicker you are at finding ships, the more kills you're going to get.